Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Ritter. I am a survivor of pulmonary fibrosis. My donor Debbie gave me the gift of life and her family on March 15, 2006. Without my gift of life and my brother's gift of life on June 8th of 2006, because of our donors, we would not be here today, and I would not be able to give everyone this challenge, famous down to not so famous, like me. But pulmonary fibrosis has affected our family in so many ways. We have the familial form, which kills 40,000 people approximately every year and 123,000 newly diagnosed each year. Unfortunately, in 1983, we lost my dad to pulmonary fibrosis. And at the time, the doctors told my mother everything that was not correct. And we didn't know that this gene could be passed on, let alone this disease, because in 1983, there wasn't a lot of knowledge as there is today on the internet, and everybody sharing their personal stories with dealing with IPF. In 2005, we lost our older brother Ray on June 16th, and then on December 7th, 2008, our brother Roy passed away, and then our sister Carolyn passed away the following year, August 25th, 2009, and then our sister Carolyn passed away on August 6, 2010. And as I said, this disease has devastated our family more than anybody can put into words. I surely can't. John and I stand tall, if I can stop shaking, in this picture to show you that we're survivors because of Donate Life and the gift of life that was given to us. But I want to make this challenge to everyone that Ronnie and Alicia Squires came up with, because I can't do the cold water challenge with the ice bucket. It's just not a good thing for IPF patients to do. So we've all been pondering, what can we do that everyone, including the famous, can do without harming themselves, buckets being dropped on their heads, and ice cold water being dumped around. So Ronnie had this great post, and I took it way farther than normal because I'm OCD like that. But I want to show you what I mean by the wine challenge. This represents any wine that you so choose to drink, and plus more. This was just in our bar, and no, I'm not an alcoholic. We have great times with great friends. We have here where you can use the fancy glass that allows for the big flute. We have the mini glass for us that are lightweights. We have the nice sized red wine, which is yummy. And we have the decorative ones for all the fancy ones that like to drink out of decorative wine glasses. And I do too. And these are just absolutely beautiful. My mommy gave them to me, but I know, I know a lot of you guys don't drink wine. I didn't start drinking wine until a couple years ago. And so I wanted to include everyone in this challenge. It doesn't matter if you're one to, hey, even a baby bottle. Didn't have a baby bottle, so even if the baby chugs the bottle, donate to Coalition for Pulmonary Fibrosis, and I'll put the link up. But you can also drink sodas. As you see, very nice selection of canned beverages and your glass to go with it. But most men, they like whiskey. They're whiskey men, and so I'm going to give up this challenge even to the men, so that way there's no excuse for a man not to do it. You have plenty of options. Well, I'm not going to turn it because then it'll mess it up. You have from Jameson, you have all these different ones, Patron, You have Bacardis, you have daiquiris for the women so they can join in. That's much better. You have Venezuelan rum, Diplomatico, and no, Kevin won't let you have that. That came from Venezuela. But as you see, there's so many varieties. And then the cool part is you can do a shot in a skull head. You can be fancy and drink out of a little after dinner stein. You can drink out of an awesome shot glass that I got when I was 18, and it says, "I'm trying hard to graduate with a 4.0 blood alcohol level." Proud to say I did graduate with a 4.0 from my bachelor's degree, so somehow the alcohol did make it through high school and the other associate's degree. Or you can drink it in this beautiful crystal canter or another skull head. Compliments of my son having afflictions with skulls and his skull vodka. I think that's what it's called. But anyway, so for all you guys that don't drink wine, sodas, whiskey, I have beer. There's all kinds of beers here for you with the lovely cups that you can choose from. Or you can even drink NOS, energy drink, favorite among young men. So no matter what your beverage of choice is, I challenge you, well, I'm sweating to death because it's so humid out, but I challenge you today and every day to raise awareness for this horrible disease, because without this gift of my double lungs, I would not be able to do all the crazy things I do to drive my husband nuts or raise awareness for pulmonary fibrosis. And that includes donating our genetics to science to find a cure. Whatever we can do to raise awareness for this unknown, unfunded, untreated disease with no cure outside of a double lung transplant, which is just a treatment, remember, it's not a cure. We have not been that far into it to know if it'll ever affect my new lungs or my brother's or anyone else's. So please, I am begging you, give of yourself today $100 to the Coalition for Pulmonary Fibrosis that has supported me, my family, and hundreds of thousands of people, not only locally, regionally, statewide, but in Washington, D.C., to get the FDA to finally say, you know what, IPF is a disease and we're going to die quick. 2 to 5 years from onset, we will die. So please, I can make it even more sadder and tell you some more, but to all of the people out in this world, please make a donation of $100 to the Coalition and take me up on the wine, whiskey, beer, or soda challenge. Because you know what? I hope you can see this. Miracles do happen.